Hello folks, how's everybody doing out there today? Everybody ready for Christmas? It's looking a lot like Christmas around here, that's for sure. Got plenty of snow. At least the temperature is pretty decent, not too cold for us. Gonna be hitting around the 0 mark would be perfect, except for the roads start melting, make a mess of the roads again. What do we talk about today? What's happened in the CFL? I guess our biggest thing that happened in Ryderville is they signed Harris, and that was my video last time. I had really long-term contract. Yeah, well, at least they didn't sign him long-term, 1 year. I hope they got him at a good price. I've said before, quarterback, they shouldn't, they're paying them $500,000. He's paid each last couple of years and hadn't hardly played every game through the season. Lucky if he made half the games. If I would have been the Roughriders, I would have, or any team for that matter, my quarterback would be on incentives and how he does in the game roster. If he gets on the game roster, if he's not on the game roster, his pay reduces. So you get your money's worth. That's one thing I hate about the CFL. It's impossible to figure out how much they sign these guys for. How can you tell how good your front office is doing if you don't have a clue how much they're spending on players? Football down south in the NFL, that's not hidden. You can bring it up wherever you want. All sorts of places where you can find out exactly what their cap is and how much they're spending on a player. CFL, it's like pulling teeth to try to get a contract. I know it's sad. I want to see, it's a privacy thing maybe, I don't know. But like I said, how can you tell how your general manager is doing divvying up the cash? Talking about divvying up the cash, the CFL with this stupid marketing thing now makes a cap bloody joke, really. Like just pay him, tell him to pay him a base salary and then the rest is marketing. Like who the hell in the CFL has got enough time and manpower to manage how they spend them? How they divvy up the marketing money. It's for appearance fees and stuff like that. Like, how are you gonna tell? That's why Rourke got such a big cash out in BC. Marketing money. So if your owner has deep pockets, like you can grab a lot players a lot easier by enticing the marketing money, and all the person they have to show up at certain things and promote their team in the CFL. To me, it makes a joke of the bloody salary cap. The free agencies, few players have been signed now. Like, free agency doesn't actually, you're not supposed to be able to talk to players and other teams till I think February 2nd. So not a lot will happen to the major players till then, unless you can convince them to sign earlier. But I'm sure a lot of them will wait to see what that price is. I guess agents must obviously know how much a guy goes for, but like I said, for us common fan, they don't. Yeah, it's hard to establish how much they make. But one of the signings was Winnipeg signed Bryant. Montreal signed a few too. They were mostly their nationals. Like I said, no big names that I could pick out anyway. But there's a few guys on our list. And I'll probably go through a few here later of all the players that are on free agent. It's quite a number of them, but there's a few that, you know, I wouldn't mind them getting back for sure. Probably the number one guy for me is Sales DB. Be nice to get him back. He held his own back there. We still got Milligan. He's not a free agent, so the only free agent that really sticks out to me as it has a DB is Ford in Winnipeg. He's a Canadian, so that's even a bonus. You have to end up paying more for a starting Canadian. That's damn good, but sometimes that's worth a lot really. Like, you need those 7 Canadians, and I've often said, so if you have the 7 best Canadians, you've got a damn good chance of having the best team in the CFL. That's a big portion of your team. But like I said, Ford, I guess he's trying out down south. I read somewhere he's trying out for an NFL team. That's a tough position to crack in the NFL, big time. They're starting to pay cornerbacks and DBs big bucks down there too. They know how valuable they are. Be able to cover one-on-one is a must. So I don't know how his wheels are. He's not a really oversized guy, but you know, like down there you gotta have the wheels. A lot of them wide receivers and receivers in the NFL, they got good wheels. And the other guy would be Thurman. Wouldn't mind seeing him getting signed back. He really helped us out big time. They can't get Thurman. The guy I really wouldn't mind seeing him is getting that, what's his name? McManus out of Toronto. Like, that guy's damn good in the middle there. But Thurman, you know, like, it'll all pretend on price again, you know, if you can keep these guys. Carney, he was our big pickup last year, free agent, but I don't know. Depends on money again, but I wouldn't mind having him back, him and Eclair. You know, like, he's got that Canadian passport, Eclair. They signed that Morgan Rouge or whatever, fullback. But there's a few guys on the free agent list, especially Toronto. I like a lot of their players. That Amos, he's a damn good player. He's a DB too. And another guy I wouldn't mind, he's a free agent, is that Kresna, D lineman, and he's decent too. And another guy, what the hell's his, Robbie Smith. Yeah, he's the end for them Canadian. He's a free agent. Be interesting to see where he ends up too. I'm sure Toronto, they'll use their show up money to top it up for them. You know, they got a lot of cash there too if they want to spend it. Oh, you know who else is Grant, Jerry's Grant, available too, and I can't see them keeping Alfred, so he might be a nice snag too. He's the guy that made a big difference even in the Grey Cup and games leading up to it. Against Montreal, he had a run back, so he's pretty valuable. The only other guy I thought might be interesting is that now that they've got Adams in Calgary, maybe they'll have to drop that Stevens, their big quarterback they got in Calgary. He'd be worth just getting for doing the short yardage. He's a great big dude, and he did well for them on short yardage. They made it pretty well all the times I've watched anyway. He might be a nice pickup too as a quarterback. We can get him in the lineup. Other teams have changed their coaching staff. Edmonton, they got Mark Keelam. He's a Canadian coach too. That's good, man. I like seeing the Canadians moving up in the coaching ranks. They got him out of Calgary, and Ed Hervey's back there again. He won't hurt their chances, that's for sure. I don't know how that'll work out for Edmonton. Like I say, that Ed Hervey, he's not a bad general manager. He's been around, and being a general manager, it's who you know, not what you know, as far as I'm concerned. And Pierce, they took him out of Winnipeg. I don't know if Winnipeg's disappointed about that or not. You know, there was a lot of people bitching about how he called the Grey Cup game, and he's been on the shit list with him for a bit, so maybe they're not gonna miss him. It's like you always don't like the guy, and then all of a sudden he leaves, and all of a sudden now he's your man. I don't know how he'll do in BC. It's gonna be interesting. The West, whole new coaching setup, new quarterback in Calgary. You know, they're gonna be stronger. And Edmonton, I'll tell you, they're gonna set that. Like I said, Hervey, he's a decent GM, and they got a pretty good setup there, and their new owner's got pockets too. One thing I'm wondering about is when are they gonna name this new commissioner? Anybody got any clues out there? I haven't heard a breath of news out of anybody who's gonna be the new commissioner. No idea. Be interesting to see who they select for that, that's for sure. At time has heard no news. Anybody out there, comment down below if you've heard anything of who the new commissioners going to be. And what other things is there? Oh, Cody, where's he gonna end up? There are not many starting jobs left out there, Cody. For old Cody. Something else. Win the Grey Cup the year before, and then get banged out of there by a up-and-comer. That's the guy I wanted, was Alexander, but I kind of knew that Montreal wasn't going to let him go. But it was a dream for me. I really liked that guy. If Cody doesn't want to swallow some pride and accept a reliever position, second stringer position, I can't see him any future in the CFL. You gotta swallow your pride and try to work your way back. If someone goes down, you get a chance again, and you gotta show that you deserve to be the starter. So that's his situation. We've got our Harris back. I just hope we can keep him standing for the season. You know, like I said, gives us a pretty good chance. You know, as good as anybody else, really, if we can keep him standing out of sack country. He got those lead feet, and he doesn't extend a lot of plays. That's my only beef about him, really. You know, like, he doesn't extend plays. You know, I can see during the season throw the ball away and that, but when you need to win a game, it's really handy to have a quarterback that can get another first down with his legs, or roll out and get out of the pocket, or or just be elusive in the pocket. And he just doesn't seem to have that. It'd be nice if he could somehow learn it, but I think it's a little late in life to change his style, that's for sure. I could go really quick, the guys I like to see them bring back, I guess. What the hell? If I can remember them all. Albright, wouldn't mind him back. He's a free agent, and he was coming on when he got to play. And then Alford, forget it. I don't think I'd bring him back. AJ Howland, yeah, he was good special teams for us. I spoke about a Claire. Need him back just because of his passport, and he's actually got decent play. Blake, trying to go alphabetical here if I can remember them all. Blake, I don't know. He's up in age there, and he's, we sign him free agent, and if you can get him real cheap, I wouldn't keep him at all. And Brown would be next. I like him. I wouldn't mind getting him. Carney, again, a price. He'll go out in the market, I guess, but we'll see about him. The other guy on the other side, though, Cox, he's a free agent. I'd try to get him back to camp for sure. And another guy, Debris. Yeah, he got injured, but I liked when he was in there. And he's got that Canadian passport. That helped. God bar's a 50-50 to me. Like, I hate when guys start getting injured and getting hurt, Takes a lot out of them. And yeah, it's, like I said, a lot of these guys, to me, is a price guy for sure. Henderson would be the next H. Not for me. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on him. And the Herman Reeds. Again, I'd try to get him on the roster anyway. Hickson, I don't know. I think he might be gone. Like, you can find other running backs down south. Mika Johnson, yeah, if you can get him for one more year. I think he's still got some in him, they'll rotate him in and out, and he's valuable for his knowledge to anybody that's playing by him, that's for sure. I know he's up there, but he still played pretty damn good. And he actually had to play lots, even went on offense. So if you can get him back, why not? JL, Lanier, nah, I don't know, he's just not been the same. Then he just signed him for big money. He was a higher paid guy and never got our money's worth for him. Nah, I'd let him go, but then again, you let him go and it ends up on another team and shines again. Maybe he's not happy. I don't know. I wouldn't be one of my choices anyway. Lacombo, he actually had a pretty good semifinal. So many games he cost us. Like, geez, especially the Grey Cup and even other games. I don't think he maybe had one or two picks all season. Oh, shit. But you got that Canadian passport. And you got the other brothers or Ayonka. Those guys, try to get them. They got the Canadian. You need to have X amount of Canadians on the roster. So, and Patterson, I wonder if they'll sign him. He was actually not bad. I liked him. Like, of course you like him more when he won the games, but he, like, he's got the legs if he wants to, and if they can design some kind of rollouts and plays for him, I think he's got potential. I think he'll be sticking around with South. One guy that might be the odd man out is Picton. you know, like Canadian receiver. Like we've got those other guys, all the receivers are already on contract, so Baines is on contract. Whether they'll honor that to the end, I don't know. Wonder what his bonus is in January. They usually have bonuses in January. Who else? Schweber, O-lineman. Again, Canadian. Didn't play too bad when they had to get him in there, but he's got potential. Now you got to keep those old linemen, Canadians especially. Stearns is up. That'll be a wonder if he'll come back. I'd sign him. Of course, a lot of these ones I'm saying, except for Sales and Thurman, the only guys I would up big time for. More money anyway than the going rate for these other guys. Thurman. That's about it. Oh, Deontay Williams. I like him too. Like I don't know what happened in the end there. How he got pulled for Henderson. I didn't see that. I think that was a costly move by the coaching staff. I think that's Zur. That's Zed. Yeah, Zur. Zur is actually played all right for getting stuffed in there. And like our old line. I sure hope we can keep that old offensive line coach. We lost Sherritt, the linebacker coach. You can't hold it against those guys for leaving, you know, especially if they're moving up in the ranks. Like if you just leave for another position coaching job, it's crazy. Even, you know, I doubt they'll get much more money, but he's moving up the ladder, and you can't begrudge him that, that's for sure. Anyway, I probably yacked on way too long here, but there was a bit to happen in this video anyway. I went through a few of the guys, like I said, the guys I'd really like back, and it's gonna get interesting here pretty soon. Like I said, I sure the hell wish they could publish how much these guys are worth. Like then sitting back and being an armchair GM is friggin' impossible. How can you say, oh, Dave's doing a terrible job if you haven't got an idea of how he's breaking the cash up? I get a kick out of it. I think he did damn good for his first year back. I mean, his first year is actually running the show. The rest you could put a caveat on that he really wasn't the guy running the show. But this, you know, like this year was his first full year. So, and getting to the Western final, you know, I think that's damn good. And Mace, the same thing. Next year the Cup, folks. Next year the Cup. That's my dream. Gotta live long enough to see another Cup. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe if you can, and it really helps me out. And comment down below. Who the hell should we keep? You know, and who should we let go? I pretty well went through the list I would keep. Anyway, you all take care, and hope you have a Merry Christmas and got all your shopping done. And I still got to go out shopping today. I wish I knew what I'm looking for. That's my biggest problem. Don't even know what I should be buying. I'm a hopeless shopper, unless it's at the Rider store. Anyway, till next time, go Riders, go, and take care.